Hey guys, and welcome. It's time to fight. I am not gonna hold back on this one. We're going straight into Ethereus magic. On the Arbiter will find the Arbiter's helmet. Allows the wearer to cast continuous shock spells effortlessly, but the power is blinding. I also wanted to come down here because I've never actually been down here, and I'm not noticing a lot of soul gems down here. We're also going to drop a quick save real quick, just in case I get killed by something down here. Lo and behold, my greed causes me to die because of some kind of like curse that's upon this place. Like if I'm down here for too long, I'll instantly die or something. But now we know. The law of the dwarves was created by this one dwemer who's been left behind from all the others, anchored here by the power of whatever this energy source is. You can't do anything with it, sadly. Can't take any of it. But we will find out what... My apologies, I had to sneeze. We will find out more about this when we come back, as we will be coming back. I do like how this is just one of the oculorums that they've used as this. I think it's really cool that they use that as the idea, because obviously the oculorums would be something that the Dwemer would have used for many places. This music continues to be very loud and aggressive. We'll talk a lot more about this mod once we are done with it. See if we can make this trek a little bit faster. As far as like, why would he mention the fact that we can die and be reborn over and over and over again? An answer to that would be he didn't know about Matthias's crimes, so he only knows what he's looking for. It's kind of like the thought process of, I have access to all the information, but I cannot see all the information. Of course, the citizens are all dying. Matthias has already made his way to the lake house, hopefully. I do believe it fails the quest just that it doesn't have the ability to have you continuously receiving the quest.
Is from happening.
The other reason we also are coming, but this time, well, we actually are going to go talk to Matthias again.
You there? Where did you come?
What are you talking about? You're a strange one, aren't you? Are you going to tell me why it looks like... Yeah, well, daughter, the Jarl can tell you more, and he'll be glorious. And if you have any questions about this place, I talked to Bro the Scholar. He seems to know a lot about
The two things I want to do is I'd like to go talk to Brawl to see if we can give him any information about this Arbiter
I've been meaning to ask you.
and see if
Do
there's
you think it
anything.
would break the dwarves' law if I,
Yes. Whatever you were thinking of doing, yes. If you have to ask whether something will break the dwarf's law, it probably will.
Oh, I bet you're a hit at parties. Speaking of which, will we see you at the tavern tonight?
Absolutely not. Same as always. Goodbye, Rastasia.
Welcome.
And please, stay out
We'll
of trouble.
talk more once you've spoken with the Jarl.
Newcomer. You should head on up to the Citadel. Make yourself known to the Jarl.
Away into the palace.
Well, I believe.
Oops.
But to the... And we
Again,
may never
this
know.
interaction
As long
is
as nobody...
problematic.
Well, the dwarf...
Really?
I believe.
I
but to
just...
And we may never know. As long as... Brilliant. What did you find in there?
It was over an undead resurrected by Dembrus. He's dead.
How terrible. But not unexpected. Narnabis was a reckless fellow. But did you discover something about the dwarf's law? Some relic or text?
I found a speech about the dwarves' law surrounding a by
Let
burnt
me see it.
corpses.
That is... disturbing. This Dorotus fellow set out to disprove the existence of the dwarves' law, and instead triggered some kind... So the dwarves' law... But there's something... And this judge, who watches over us. Well, I'm not going to say it out loud. But do whatever you need to do. For yourself. And for us all. Ah, yes, fascinating, isn't it? It seems to be radiating from something deep beneath the city. But I've never been down far enough to see what it is. But if the dwarves were able to access the quarry that appears to be down there, presumably they had a way to protect themselves from it. So perhaps a full suit of dwarven armor would protect you. Not just any old dwarven armor, though. It would have to be in immaculate condition. Farewell.
Which is why we have the armor
Come
we have
back
now.
if you think of
We are going to go talk to the Jarl. I was kind of hoping we could tell him about the Arbiter, but I guess not. We're going to go talk to the Jarl, see if we can say anything to him about the Arbiter. If not, I will bring you guys back when we are heading back down to see the Arbiter ourselves, because that's the only other thing we need to do. I just want to see if I can do anything with the Jarl. I will see you guys when we get up. Alright, we have made it up to where the Jarl is. Go ahead and go talk to him.
There, it's always... Here's a key to the last... I sent you here. Well, this. But that's odd. So the dwarves' law is real after... that is a shame. I need you. You must... As Jarl, I can't... And of course... Now what do you say? Will you... If it... Goodbye for now. And good luck. I don't need to tell you what will happen if you fail. Hello again, my friend. Any word about the matter we discussed?
Did I ask you to clarify something for me?
Of course. What do you want me to clarify? I need you. You must, as Jarl, I authorize. You're welcome. Now, was there something else? Well, I hope your investigation has been thorough. I don't want you accusing the first person you suspect. So, who is it? But you said... Oh, all right. Well, let me know when you've worked it out. I'll have to trust your judgment.
It's almost
There's no
there.
going back once you point the finger. Hello again.
I don't want to deal with the looters, so we're not going to deal with the looters. Technically, I wouldn't have had to if we hadn't gone up to see Matthias. Alright. Time to go see the Arbiter. And we are also going to be using the shortcut to see the Arbiter, which is just basically jumping over the edges. Because I don't feel like walking all the way down there again. We are done here. The city is finished at this point. I know a few other things I've done to do this, but I believe all of them will lead to the same outcome. That there are only a few ways that you can finish this. And the way I'm about to is my favorite and my preferred way of ending it. And there he is, back in the flesh.
Ah, and here you are. I've been waiting for you, Dovahkiin.
Yes, you have.
Of course. To me, your memory. And what's this? I see there is a helmet in your possession. Does not belong to you.
It's your helmet. I'm going to take it from you after I kill you.
You kill me? That is not possible. And yet, I see you speak the truth. You have come unstuck from your own time. Your presence here is unnatural. Well then, Dovahkiin, why have you returned with this grim trophy? Have you come simply to gloat of your foul deed?
I want you to put a stop to the dwarves' law. You're ruining these people's lives.
Do you comprehend what you are asking me to do? You are asking me to abandon millennia of work. The very thought of it grieves me. And yet, you have left me with no choice, have you? If I agree, I will destroy my life's work. But if I refuse, you will destroy me. Well played, Dovahkiin. You will have your wish.
So you'll stop all of this? You'll free them all?
I will stop. From this point forward, your kind will be free to live how they choose, in whatever chaos and squalor they create for themselves. I will destroy this Ethereum to ensure your kind can never exploit it, and you may all return to the world of man, should you wish. But I warn you, Dovahkiin, making these changes will create a paradox in time. The events that brought you here will never have taken place. What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering with the past. Now, are you ready?
Lord Hircine protects me. I'll be fine. I know that Akatosh is still watching out for me.
Goodbye, Dovahkiin.
Bye, Arbiter. And with that, we awaken. New situation. Oh. And here he is, the man we came down here to look for, and went through so much to find.
Hey, you startled me there. Wait, I know you.
You do?
You're... No, that can't be right. For a moment there, I thought you were... You know, the one the statue was meant to honor.
You're Altreus. Your sister asked me to come find you.
Cassia! Oh, I completely forgot. I asked her to wait for me at the top of the lift, and I guess I got so tied up in this place that I lost track of time.
I'd better head back up and let her know I'm all right. Hey, do you want to come with me? We can chat along the way.
Sure, lead the way.
Great. Follow me. Let's run back up, shall we? Don't want to keep my sister waiting any longer. So, you're probably wondering what I've been doing down here.
Sealed.
I guess it's been, what, a few days? I'll this place is amazing.
Lost City of
Did
Atlantis?
you know that up until about 7 years ago, they had what they called the Dwarves' Law? Apparently, there were inscriptions warning that if one person committed a crime, everyone else would pay for it. But they were all trapped in the city with no way out, so they lived in fear that someone would break the law and get them all killed. Then, one day, a strange woman appeared in the city out of nowhere. They say she just walked out of the lake house like she owned the place, and she wore this spectacular dwarven armor. A lot like the armor you're wearing now, actually. And a few people saw her walk into this quarry, into a field of deadly radiation, like it was nothing, like it hadn't killed people before her. And then, the ground started shaking, and golden statues were collapsing, and inscriptions were crumbling all over the city, all at the same time.
And the sun under the ground, which used to light up the entire cavern, bursts into flame and explodes.
And strangest of all, the cavern roof opens up like the petals of a flower, and there's real sunlight for the first time in thousands of years. So of course, people start wondering, did she just walk down here and single-handedly dismantle whatever was keeping the Dwarves' Law going? Who was she? Was she still alive? So Bro, the local scholar, goes down into the quarry to take a look. But now the whole place is empty, but all the way at the bottom, sitting alone in the darkness, is a statue of the stranger. Oddest tale I ever heard.
That kind of explains what happened. Now we get to see the city as it is now. Pretty cool, huh? I really like how they do this. I kind of find it weird that that's still shooting up into the air.
Hello there, young lady. You look nice.
How's it been since the Dwarves' Law was lifted?
Can't complain, my friend. You know, not long after they executed Metellus, turns out he was behind Macy's disappearance. They made me Jarl. It was a bit of a shock, to be honest. But I guess they wanted someone who wasn't at all like Metellus. Jarl Galvar. Still sounds strange to me. And I guess I have you to thank for it. If you hadn't freed us from the dwarves' laws, Ulrin could never have overthrown Metellus. So, thanks. I imagine you'll be moving on soon, but you'll always be welcome here. We even kept your chambers exactly as you left them.
Apparently it's only been 7 years from what this guy was saying. Here's our buddy.
Wait, are you wearing?
Oh, there's Bartleus. I want to speak with him.
You're wearing the same armor.
Ah, you've returned. How long has it been? 7 years. You're the one who brought about the end of the Dwarves' Law. Thank you.
No problem. How have you been since the Dwarves' Law was lifted?
Wonderful, actually. Gaia and I are still researching this place, of course. But now we get to share our research with the outside world. But I must ask, what happened down there, under the city? What did you do?
I met a dwemer called the Arbiter, and convinced him to lift the Dwarves' Law.
You convinced him, you say? Well, if it is as you say, you must be terrifyingly persuasive. I only wish I could have been there to see it. I can see that you have somewhere else to be. But perhaps one day, when you have the time, you'll let me record your story in my journal for posterity.
Sure. Oh, hey Dolly.
Oh, hello. Do you like my fancy new clothes?
Yeah, how have you been since the law was lifted?
You mean after the sky opened up and the old Jarl died and we got a new Jarl? Jarl Galvar is died. He gave me a house and these new clothes.
That's good for you, man. How we going?
Bye bye.
We have the
Hi there.
healer. How have you been since the Dwarves' Law?
Better, thank you. You know, All that time I was looking after Brandis, I remember him telling me about the ancient evil under the earth. I really thought he was mad, but I guess he was right after all. Well, I'm glad you were able to finish what he started, whatever you did down there. So, on behalf of Brandis and Leandris, thank you. I like to think their souls are at rest now.
Problem. Glad to have helped. We've also got guards now, city guard who are wearing Dwemer armor.
Hey there.
How have you been since the Dwarves Law listed?
I've been great. I mean, my father was overthrown not long after that, when Ulrin discovered he was keeping Macy chained up in his locked room. Ulrin dragged him down to the city and executed him in front of everyone. Horrible business. But now, I'm free to wander Skyrim as I please. Of course, I don't, because it's just awful out there. Nords everywhere. I prefer it down here.
Probably some more for us to explore and to see. I see a kid running around over there, so that'd be interesting. But let's keep going. Could also talk to her.
Hey, I know who you are. It's wonderful to see you again.
How have you been since the Dwarves Law was lifted?
Oh, you wouldn't believe what a difference it's made. Habik and I finally felt safe enough to have another son. His name's Malik and he's 6. He's just discovered his love for running. And fortunately, running isn't something Habik and I have to do anymore. We're safe here. I have no idea what you did to bring an end to the Dwarves' Law.
Skyrim didn't
But
have enough
whatever it
outsiders.
was, thank you
Now
so
we've got
much.
mercenaries from
We'll
Hammerfell
never forget
strutting
you.
about.
How do you guys even know about that? Okay, we're gonna continue. Like I said, we're just gonna continue to head out because I do want to finish this and let him get back to his sister and let him get on with his life. We now know it's not water. There's a lift. Come on. Sister's been waiting. Probably not nearly as long as I think she's been waiting, as it feels like she's been waiting, but been waiting.
There you are. Thank the gods you're all right. What kept you so long?
I know. Sorry, Cass. Well,
Welcome, Traveler, to the City of Fireflies.
back of time again. It's just that this city is so amazing. You have to come down with me and see it for yourself. I promise. It's perfectly safe.
Well, all right. But first, let me thank our friend. Thank you so much for bringing him back in one piece. I really thought I'd lost him. I can't thank you enough.
You're welcome. I'm glad I was able to find him.
Now, I promised you a reward. This is something I always carry with me, and it's become very dear to me. I'd like you to have it. Thanks again. My brother and I are in your debt.
Now, she did give us an item. Give us a talisman, specifically. Talisman of Silver Tongues. Is it? Oh wait, no, that's armor. That's weapons. Here we go. Talisman of Silver Tongues. Prices are 20% better and vendors will buy stolen items. Useful. We'll go ahead and head out just a bit farther. We're going to be coming back here in a few minutes, but we're going to be heading out just a bit farther. Like I said, this is one of many endings. A message from the developer, Nick Paris. I hope you enjoyed The Forgotten City. I'd love to know what you thought of it, so please get in touch. You can find my Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, or on the web at modernstoryteller.com. P.S. The Forgotten City has multiple endings. If you're not happy with the one you got, try again. And he is correct. There are multiple endings. Original Akasha Story by Trent Marty, web, and then all of the cast. Not going to read through all of them, but I will leave it on screen for a few seconds for you guys to read. Then, of course, the second group. Personally, this is one of my favorite endings. Like I mentioned before, it is possible to get this ending even without Aetherius magic, though Aetherius magic did help me out quite a bit through this. Let us go ahead and head back down real quick. I'm going to take off the Immaculate Dwarven armor, though, and put us back and goes back into our original garb. As I don't feel like she needs to be wearing the Immaculate Dwarven armor. And there are some things I want to come down here and see, because I want to see if anything changes if you come back here, because I've actually never come back here. The game where I actually got this ending, I never actually returned to the city because, well, there just wasn't much for me to do. I don't seem like I could talk to Aetherius.
It's a beautiful city, isn't it?
Very nice. I'm hoping that... I was kind of hoping Broyle would have more to talk about. I'm also curious to go back into the palace. Just because I think it'd be interesting to go into the palace and figure out that place.
Oh, it's you. Hello again.
How have you been since the Dwarves' Law?
I've been great, especially after that pig Metellus got what was coming to him. Did you hear Elrin and Maisie left together not long afterwards? Can't say I blame them. If I were Maisie locked up in the Jarl's secret prison like that, I'd be wanting to get far away from here too. And Marius, that creepy Imperial, turned out to be a member of the Dark Brotherhood named Quintus. But he slithered away without causing any trouble. Other than that, we're all a little older and wiser. But you don't look like you've aged a day in the last 7 years. You must tell me your secret over a mug of fine moonshine one day.
Maybe. What do you got for sale?
Take a good look. See anything you like?
Potato moonshine. I like that.
Come and visit me again anytime you like.
Yes. The story is over. The tale finished. All taken care of in the way that it was. There's probably a lot more I was missing, and I've given it some thought. I'm probably not going to go through the other endings. This will be the ending Sarah gets and the ending that she does. If another character I play through comes down here, we might see a different ending. But I will not do it. I encourage those who liked this ending to download the mod. It is probably one of the funnest mods, and it doesn't really need much. We also could tell all the statues are gone, so that's good. Here's their son. At least I'm pretty sure this is their son.
Hello there, friend.
It's a beautiful city, isn't it?
See you around.
I'm starting to wonder if maybe coming back here isn't really that greatly intended, except for just to be a city you can visit. Not that big of a deal.
Welcome back. You've been gone a long time. Hello, neighbor.
How have you been since the Dwarves' Law was listed?
Well, let's see. That was 7 years ago? A lot has changed since then. For the better. I'm married to Gulvar now. Sorry, that's Jarl Gulvar. He still talks about you. And how he saw you come out of the old Jarl's lake house. You gave him a real fright, though he wouldn't have showed it. I know he'd be happy to see you again. You should go and say hello, if you haven't already.
I like that she married Gulvar. I think that's an interesting piece to this epilogue story. I actually want to go talk to the guy that we got the armor from, because I'm interested to see what he has to say about the Dwarves' Law being over, since I know he was very uncomfortable with the Dwarves' Law in the first place.
What do you want?
How have you been since the Dwarves' Law was lifted?
Better. Now that I know I'm not being watched anymore. Still, someone has to protect this place, and that someone is me. So you might have taken down some old dwarves or whatever. But if you start any trouble here, you're going to find yourself toe-to-toe with me.
I like that. I actually wonder what happens if you break the law here. Now the Dwarves' Law is not in effect. I love this tower. I understand, like, it's supposed to be that this tower goes straight down to the thing, but I kind of wish you could go inside it. Never did figure out what was up with that body. The music has completely stopped. I can still hear a little bit of sound effects while going on, but sounds like the music is... Oh, there it goes. I was about to say, it sounds like the music has come to the end. There is a way out of here from the city that isn't anything else. We'll go ahead and go check it out, although I might not open it. And as far as where are we going to go from here, what will Sarah do for her journey from the Firefly City, I haven't really decided. Probably get back to whatever she was doing prior to her coming here. This was a very big detour. Plus we have Golden Brand to go get. We still have a lot of stuff we need to do. It's one reason why I like mods like this. It kind of like it kind of feels odd to think about what we would do next, because it feels like the end of a game. It feels like the end of the campaign. This is a story that could have been at the end. Sarah could end up retiring into the city. End up staying here. Obviously, she's not going to, because she's Dovahkiin. Which, going and talking to the Greybeards is also another option. I highly doubt there's anything here. Yep. Oh, I think I just thought of something. If we hadn't wanted to do the we hadn't wanted to break the law and had to redo the reset, we could have just stolen the torch bug now.
You've been seen in the company of the companions. That's an honorable path you're on, friend.
I wish the city guard would take a hike. But it's fine. We don't need another torch bug. As long as I have the torch bug. If I don't have the torch bug, we're stealing the torch bug and then popping over to the thing. Nope. Here's the torch bug. Stolen. It may be the one item that she has on her that's stolen, and it may remain that way. I will probably head back to Windhelm using the teleportation ability, and use that to then take to drop the torch bug off, so that we don't lose it by getting captured by the guards or something. One option we have, I use my teleportation. One thing we can do is we can go see if the palace is different.
I didn't think we'd see you
I don't think the palace is different. I think the palace is going to be basically the exact same as we left it. Yep. Sure seems that way. I think it would have been cool if they would have added this as part of the area. Oh. Huh. Looks like the immaculate gloves are back. You can always go get them, but there's no reason to. I think one set of the immaculate armor is enough. What we could do if we want more immaculate armor, there is a little bit of a gain. Teleport down to here. I do love that blink ability. We head down into the underground tunnels where the people are pulling up the ore from the underground. I do think it's kind of cool that they started to mine down here, even though the Ethereum is gone. But they do have the blacksmith down here that you can use. But I believe... Is it this guy?
You're the one from the statue.
Yeah, how's it been since the Dwarves Law was lifted?
I've been well, thank you very much. As a matter of fact, I went back to Solitude to rejoin the Imperial Legion not long after the city opened up. Believe it or not, I completed 3 tours of duty, but then I took an arrow to the... well, to cut a long story short, they made me retire. So I came back here. Best city in all of Skyrim, if you ask me, now that bloody Dwarves Law's gone. You deserve a medal for what you did. But this'll have to do. Here, take this. A small token of my appreciation. You'll always be welcome here.
So he gave us immaculate dwarving armor schematics. Basically, we now can craft the immaculate armor ourselves. And it's all done. Not much else to see. Not much else that I will show off at least. The city's is finished. I may play another, like I said, I might play another character through this, but even if I do, that won't be for a while. Like I said, if you were interested to see any of the other endings, play it yourself. I know that the 2 endings that I know of are killing the Jarl and freeing the prisoner. I'm guessing telling the prisoner's husband will also have a similar effect. But the way I did it, I believe, is the best. Because this is the only way I know of that leaves the city to become free. Cabbages. I do have to say I love this city. The music is nice. The city is incredible. Has an incredible design, and I really like the fact that the top of it opens up after you defeat this. But as we can now see, the Forgotten Ruins is marked on our map. We can always return here if we want. So that tower we were looking at before, I'm pretty sure I have an idea of what it is. I'm just not entirely sure. But we will probably be going and looking at that. Probably also looking around for more stuff to experience, more power to have, more and more of everything. But that will be later. Most likely in the next episode. We start our continuation and return to the surface. I can see Sarah relaxing here. She'll come back here often. Most likely to relax and to make herself at home. It is a little bit of a noise to get to compared to the rest of the cities, as you can just teleport to the rest of the cities. And like I said, the first thing I will be doing, most likely off camera, is returning to... Actually, we can go ahead and do that from here. The one thing I might allow us to do, which... Actually, that's what we'll do. I'm going to save. We're going to load back to this one. This is back when I came back to the Forgotten City. Because I do want to test something that you won't be able to do with the mod, but I can because I have the Aetherius magic mod installed. I would like to use one of the teleportations to travel from here to the College of Winterhold. Now, I understand what's about to happen. I understand what I'm about to do. And I understand that it might break something. And I understand it's not going to do what I wish it would do. But I am curious. So, now the reason I'm like, I know what this will do is we are back now in the College of Winterhold. Now, technically, we are back at the College of Winterhold, and we are currently in the middle of that quest. And part of the reason why I want to do this is I want to check something. Let's go to settings. We're just going to turn off the survival mode temporarily. Because I want to be able to fast travel. Because we're going to fast travel back to the Forgotten Ruins. Fast travel is currently unavailable for this location. Why? Fast travel Forgotten Ruins. There we go. I was like, how broken did I make this stuff? I think I just heard a dragon. Do hear a dragon. There it is. Not interested. Part of the reason why I wanted to do this, the first one, obvious, may or may not be obvious. I want to see if she has anything to say. He's not here? Think. Where did she go? She's supposed to be here. Or at least I would think she's supposed to be here. Maybe she's disappeared temporarily because she's off looking for something? Or it's a bug? My guess is that it's a bug. Because my bet is this is the reason why I wanted to do this. Wait, what the flip?
Hello, my friend.
Wait a minute. Oh. Oh, okay. So that's how that works. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Now, of course, I wasn't expecting it to be the, oh, you do that, you actually travel back in time to Skyrim 7 years ago, or something like that. I obviously was not expecting that. I was obviously expecting it to be that it would just put me back. But I really thought that this area would be a different load zone. I thought this would be a different map entirely. I guess I can understand why it's not. So it just reset the state of this world to being in the past. Okay, that's okay. It's interesting. It'd be actually funny if it's like, no, the rest of Skyrim is actually in the past. I just didn't walk around and look at anything. We could always go travel to, what do you call it? Whiterun if we wanted to. Or just travel to the college and then check out the college. But then again, it's only been 7 years. I guess technically you could say that 7 years has a bit difference. Helgen might be the only thing we can really check out. I am trying to break this, because this is technically one of the other endings, and I am curious if I can break this. I think, though, you might need a two-handed weapon for it. But, you will have to do your own exploration of that on your own, because apparently I don't have a weapon that is two-handed. It appears I can't break it with like this. You can always go steal it from that one guy. But that's it for this. The next episode we will be back in the Skyrim. Probably doing some exploration or something like that.
My father told me what you did to those looters. He says you're dangerous and I should avoid you. I think we're going to be good friends.
Got my eye on ya.
But I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.